All right, Boker Tov. It's Monday. I used to love that cartoon Garfield, a little cartoon meme type thing back in the day before they were called memes. Garfield, I hate Mondays. I don't hate Mondays, but it just reminded me of that. I hope everybody had an awesome weekend and, of course, a blessed Shabbat. Yeah, one thing I love is when you're really seeking after Yah's heart all the time, you really, you're trying to draw closer to Him and everything. Sometimes I love when you wake up to realizing that you're dreaming about Him and stuff, and like we have the fall feast coming up, starting on the 10th, and so I've had Anthony preaching the last 2 Shabbats, and he's gonna preach this Shabbat. He's gonna preach on Yom Teruah, and this year our focus has been about preaching on the feasts on I'm sorry. Okay, I thought my phone was doing something. Anyways, this year we have been preaching on the feasts about what the feasts mean to Yah, what they mean to Him, and so he's going to be doing Yom Teruah, which is Feast of Trumpets, and then a week from this coming Shabbat, I'm going to do the Yom Kippur teaching on the Day of Atonement. And it was really cool this morning because as I was slowly waking up out of my sleep, I was in my dream, I was repeating, and as I woke up, I was repeating over and over again, Father, what does Yom Kippur mean to you? What does it mean to you? And I kept saying it. What does Yom Kippur mean to you? What does Yom Kippur mean to you? So I don't know if that was, I just have to believe, and I don't say that, I don't declare nothing, but I just have to believe that it was Yah's way of letting me know He's getting me ready for it. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. I love it when, when our heart and our mind and everything is so focused on just seeking His face, and the more we get that way, then we have moments like that where we wake up, as we're waking up from a dream or whatever, we're singing, we're praising Him, or one of the coolest things, I've experienced this a few times, where I lay there in bed and I'm praying and I fall asleep, and from what I can remember when I wake up the next morning, I wake up picking up right where I left off in my prayer. Or I'm still praying. I'm just praying as I'm waking up. And there's not, and when I have nights like that, man, I slept so good. So it's really awesome. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because this is, this is the kind of relationship with the Father and with Yehovah or Yeshua that they want with us. This is that relationship. This is to where our, like I've taught those prior to Anthony's last couple teachings, about the abundance of the heart speaks the mouth. Our thoughts betray us, and the touch and the cold to our lips. As I taught in those couple messages about everything the mind thinks upon affects our emotions. It affects our heart, which affects what comes out of our mouth. And, and when we are focused on really walking and trying to walk holy before Yah in every way we can, then these things start affecting everything else in our life, even our sleep, where you're dreaming about Yah, you're dreaming about worshiping or praising or praying or talking to Him or whatever the case may be. I mean, what better, it don't get no better than that. I mean, during the day when you're awake, you know, you focus on that, but how awesome is it that your thoughts are so on Him that once in a while you, even in your dreams, you're talking to Him, you're praising Him. And I say that as words of encouragement to know that this is how much Yah wants to be connected with us. This is how much He desires and seeks to sit with us, be with us, for the Father to be with His children, and for our bridegroom to be with his betrothal. And you know, it's really exciting just to think upon that. So, all right, enough of me rambling. Day 33, Psalm 33. Good morning, Jamie and Shane and Sarah. And if anybody else is watching, it's not showing you on there, so good morning to you too. All right, Psalm 33. Rejoice in Yehovah, O you righteous, for praise from the upright is beautiful. Praise Yehovah with the harp. Make melody to Him with the instrument of 10 strings. Sing to Him a new song. Play skillfully with a shout of joy. For the word of Yehovah is right, and all His work is done in truth. He loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of the goodness of Yehovah. By the word of Yehovah the heavens were made, and all the hosts of them by the breath of His mouth. He gathers the waters of the sea together as a heap. He lays up the deep in storehouses. Let all the earth fear Yehovah. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of Him. For He spoke, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast. Yehovah brings the counsel of the nations to nothing. He makes the plans of the people of no effect. The counsel of Yehovah stands forever, the plans of His heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose Elohim is Yehovah. The people He has chosen is His own inheritance. Yehovah looks from heaven. He sees all the sons of men. From the place of His dwelling He looks on all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashions their heart individually. He considers all their works. No king is saved by the multitude of an army. A mighty man is not delivered by great strength. A horse is a vain hope for safety. Neither shall it deliver any by its great strength. Behold, the eye of Yehovah is on those who fear Him, on those who hope in His mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waits for Yehovah. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in Him, because we have trusted in His holy name. Let your mercy, O Yehovah, be upon us, just as we hope in you. You know, obviously this whole entire chapter is just, it's about being in awe of Yehovah, about glorifying Him, about understanding who He is, and understanding that nothing that to man whatever to us seems powerful, seems, you know, whatever. Like, I mean, my whole life I've been into martial arts and boxing and, you know, all this stuff, powerlifting, all this stuff. I've done it all. And I tell you, one of the first things that was an eye-opener to me was in 2011. You know, I was doing a lot of powerlifting and everything, and my whole life I always relied on my strength. I was always very agile, great at sports, whatever, you know, I could do whatever, I could accomplish anything in that area, and I was good at it. But in 2011, Yah really shifted the gears on me, because I was I don't know if y'all know what Jump Street is, but here in Colorado, it's a trampoline place, a big trampoline place. The whole place is nothing but all kinds of trampolines. And so in 2011, at the age of 41, I thought that I was gonna just, because I was in gymnastics when I was young, so I spent an hour just doing all kinds of flips and stuff, and, you know, and just showing my daughters different things. And then my oldest daughter, wanted to record one last thing after an hour of just doing all kinds of stuff. And so I was doing this fancy backflip thing off, because this trampoline would go up like this. So I would hit the side and it was flipping, coming down and doing all that. And when I came down, I misjudged my landing and locked my legs too soon, and I was all my momentum was going backwards, but all my body weight was going forward, if that makes any sense. And both of my legs folded backwards. And my left leg shattered, my tibia. Shattered in two places. And you could hear it on the video. It was super loud. And my right leg hyperextended so bad I couldn't even put any weight on it. Long story short, I was in a wheelchair for 6 weeks, and it was going through all kinds of stuff for the next year with my left leg. Had surgery, had my PCL replaced. I shredded all my ligaments. My only one that didn't get damaged was my ACL, which was amazing, because where it was attached at my tibia, that whole area was shattered like a windshield. And so it's never been the same. I used to have some wheels on me. I can't outrun my shadow now. But it really got my attention and made me realize that our strength and our everything comes from Yah in every way. And sometimes Yah will allow us to get knocked down a notch to make us realize that it's not by your hand that you accomplish everything. It's because of me. And that has really shown me a lot. It really spoke to me. The first couple of years it was hard to deal with it, because, like I said, I've always been physically dominant in anything I wanted to do, and this really took it out. I mean, you lose one of your legs, it's full capacity, man. It really knocks everything down. And but I'm glad it happened, because I would still to this day be in that same mentality. And I'm glad that Yah allowed it to happen to wake me up, because I can look back over the last 7-8 years of how Yah has used it to humble me more and to help me hopefully learn some wisdom and understanding. He is it. I don't care how good you are at anything. The only reason why you are is because Yah blessed you to be able to be that way. I don't care how awesome of a voice that you have, you can sing. I don't care how good you are at talking in front of groups of people. I don't care how good you are at physical things, weightlifting, sports, whatever the case may be. I don't care how intelligent you are. I don't care how book smart you are. None of this stuff. The only reason why we have it is because of what it says in Psalm 33. You meditate on that today and think about all the things that you have gifts in. Whatever is your dominant area of life, of what you're good at doing, and whatever way that maybe you play the guitar, or you can play an instrument, or whatever it is that you can do, all of those things is because Yah gave that to you. It is not by your power. Remember what happened to King Nebuchadnezzar. King Nebuchadnezzar, he even acknowledged the God of Israel, but he was so full of himself that one day he went out on top of his palace and he looked at all the land, because he was king of Babylon, and Babylon was powerful. If you read Daniel 2, Babylon was the head of gold, okay? And Babylon was a mighty, mighty nation, full of paganism, but was a mighty empire. And King Nebuchadnezzar one day went out on the roof and said, "By my hand I have done this." And as soon as he did, Yah made him a wild beast in the field for 7 years. He went chewing the cud kind of thing, eating from the ground, eating grass like a cattle, and all of this stuff that he ended up doing for 7 years. You go and read it in the book of Daniel. I mean, it's powerful. And until he looked up to heaven and acknowledged Yah. But you want to talk about how amazing Yah is? 7 years of a king being gone, okay, from his empire, mighty empire. And when he acknowledged Yah, it says that his mind was made clear, and Yah restored him as king of Babylon. Man, even in, no matter what, anything, Scripture says anything that is good is from Yah. But anything that we have, anything that we can do, whatever it is our talents are, whatever your skill set is, whatever it is because of Yah you have it. He's the one that blessed you with it. He's the one that gave it to you. Make sure you give him the praise. When you share with somebody, man, I've been playing guitar for 15 years and stuff like that, you make sure you let people know Yah's the one who blessed me to be able to do this. You're good at sports. Maybe you're good at talking to groups of people. Whatever it is, you can sing, whatever it is. Make sure Yah gets the glory, because it's his to be given. It's not ours. Don't be like me. Don't end up having to be knocked down a couple notches to get your attention. It hurts. It really hurts. So, well, Mishpacha, I gotta go. I gotta get ready to head out on my route. I love y'all. I pray you have an amazing and blessed Monday. Read Psalm 33 again, as always. Meditate on it. Think upon the amazingness of who Yah is. Be in awe of him today. Be in praise to him today. Thank him for the blessings of what you know to do. And above all else, thank him for letting your eyes be open to his truth, to his Torah, to his Mashiach. Give the Father glory and praise praise Yehovah Yeshua. Amen. Shalom, shalom.